Hello, hello. Welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel, the 420 Beach Bunny channel. And you guys are my favorite supporters. This video, I am going to catch you guys up a little bit. I will just get into the story. So I have here some uh, Pave Crossed with Runt by Wow Cannabis. And that looks like this. Very, very beautiful buds. And that's it ground up. Okay, let's do a quick smoke and then we'll get right into the story. This strain is so good. The Pave Cross with Runt strain, it is just so good. I'm very, very happy with it. Very, very potent kind of weed. Cheers. Okay, so this video is about a company called MJ Arsenal, and I'm sure you guys have heard of them. They are the big mini rig company that's out there that, you know, a lot of people go to them for their mini rigs. This video is about how I got robbed out of my sales rep position in that company. I do have proof. All the proof that I have, I will be putting it in throughout the video to let you guys see everything that I have to show you that I'm not BSing you. So MJ Arsenal, when I first found out about them, it was about 6 or 7 years ago. They became my absolute favorite mini rig company. I was buying mini rigs from them like crazy. That's really all I would dab out of were my mini rigs to get the best flavor because of how small they are. The management that they had, this was their old management, he was extremely nice. This guy was so kind to me. Like, I mean, he was so cool. So I finally got up the gump to ask if I could be a sales rep of their glass in the Delaware area. And he loved the idea. He said, I would love to see how you do out there, definitely. So he gave me a code, which was code BUNNY, BUNNY, and you would get 15% off of your purchase. Well, I was doing great for the company. They, within like a month or two, I had about 50 people that I had already sold to, which I thought was great because I've never done this. This is my first time doing this, which was with MJ Arsenal, and I was very, very impressed with myself. I will say that. So when they started seeing the progress of me being able to push their products, they started sending me boxes of pieces for like payment. Basically, they were new up and coming pieces that were coming out, or it'd be a piece that was already out, but they would just send it to me for free. Alright guys, I cannot even believe that I am saying this, but I got another MJ Arsenal package. I have no idea what this package is. This is a complete and total surprise. So let's get right into it because I am so excited. And I did many unboxings to show these pieces that I had gotten, which I will put in, I'll cut up some of my videos and put them into this because that's a big part of what's to come. Back! I have another surprise. MJ Arsenal, baby. So, I'm working with this company and everything's going great. And about 4 years after working for them, it may have been 5, all of a sudden my code did not work. All of a sudden it just all stopped. So I contact MJ Arsenal and I explain to them, I've been working with this company now for about 4 years, and I have a code with them. I was getting stuff almost monthly from the company with products and all the show, and the guy that ended up messaging me back told me that they had gotten new management, and that he would get my code on there as soon as possible, and I'd be right back to working under them like I was. So I thanked them a bunch and was so happy. Like, I was so happy there was no issues going on or whatnot, and got my code back, and I was like starting to work up people again and start pushing people to them again. For those of you that have known me for mostly the entire time that I've been online, and for those of you who have gone through all of my YouTube videos also, you will know that I have been dealing with a stalker. Um, this stalker has been literally stalking me for about 9 years now. And they ended up contacting MJ Arsenal, and I have no clue what they said to MJ Arsenal because she only posts what MJ Arsenal said. She never posted what she said to them. And which I will plug that in here also so that you guys can see the messages between her and MJ Arsenal. And he's talking all kinds of shit on me that I never worked for them. I was never a sales rep. They didn't pay me money. They didn't pay me product. So I wrote him and I sent him all of my unboxings of free items that I was sent from their company because of the work I was doing for them. And was like, what do you mean I wasn't working for you guys? Like, you're new management. You may not know what you're talking about, but like, why not come to me and talk to me about it instead of just falling right into this person's trap and not giving a fuck for one and ruining my life with it. And so he never answered me, of course. It also said in the letter, thank you so much for telling me, and of course it wasn't saying what she was telling them, but they told her we're going to take her code from her and she's not going to have a code with us anymore, blah blah blah. And when I first saw that, my mouth just dropped, completely dropped, because like I said, I had been with that company for about 4 or 5 years, and they literally stabbed me right in the back. I know I'm not a hard person to remember because I have dreads, so that sticks out. I usually wear dark makeup, that sticks out. I'm a blonde, that normally sticks out to people. So it's not like I'm easy to forget, I was so proud of myself when I got to work with MJ Arsenal. I was so proud of myself. And like that, one jealous piece of shit was able to go and lie to them and get me completely cut off. And my thing is if somebody comes to you about someone you have never, ever, ever experienced issues with yourself, and someone comes to you and says, you have that person working for you, like, I don't like them, they're blah, 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 blah. Why the fuck would you automatically believe that person instead of going to the person that you actually have a relationship with, so you know what they're like in a way? And you're not going to go to them and give them a chance to defend themselves. You're just going to automatically believe whatever some nut job on the street says and just poof. Like, just blew my mind what I've gone through with that. I was starting to notice that near the end of me being a sales rep for MJ Arsenal with this new management, I was starting to notice that their products were getting thinner in glass. Their glass isn't quite as thick as it used to be with the old management. So they're cutting corners now, obviously. They're going to end up having a lot of people upset because their pipe will have cracked. And, will drop and then break, basically. I'm just in awe about how they just completely said fuck you to me and didn't give me any time of day to try and defend myself. And I have court coming up because this particular person that has been stalking me has recently assaulted me. Just a couple of months ago, they assaulted me. So I called the cops on her, and they took my statement, and I have to go also. She's taking it to trial. But I just don't see, like, I don't know what's going to happen. They're bringing, well, I'm not going to say that right yet. I'll wait until after the court date to say that. But, it's just crazy. It really is. I want to do a Keith bowl. Oh, sorry. My arm right by my armpit itches. Alright, here we go. Let's do this bowl to smoke our Keith out of. My poor baby, my poor boyfriend, he's got really bad diabetes. He's a diabetic, type 1 diabetic. And, he just got out of the hospital for being too high. His sugar was too high. And he just did like almost a week in the hospital for that. And they just let him out literally the same day that they let him out of the hospital. His back door was found cracked open, and he usually always leaves it closed. He doesn't leave it open. Well, one of the kids that lives at the house, they came by and were wanting to talk to him, and I guess they poked their head in, and he was unresponsive. They opened the door and saw him, and he was laying in a puddle of blood, and it was because he was throwing up blood. So I'm very, very worried about him right now. I just hope nothing worse happens. I throw up, or I bleed when I throw up sometimes, and I'll bleed a lot sometimes, but see, I've never passed out in the middle of it, so I've, always thrown up facing with my head down, so none of it gets on my face. My poor boyfriend, because he was throwing up while laying down, I guess, it got all over his face, the blood did, and, oh, he looked like a horror movie after that. I packed that pretty damn good. Alright, and this is a mixture of Keef by Wow Cannabis. That is what happened to me with MJ Arsenal. That is why I do not advertise for them anymore. I refuse to use their pieces in my videos. I just am not happy with them. They were not a respectful company in the end. This new management is just ignorant, if you ask me. And the guy who used to manage it was amazing. He was a total sweetheart. But this guy, hell no. Also, it would help if I could get my hands on the full letter of what was said to them. If you guys have a wonderful, I'm not fully awake yet, it is 5 in the morning, but I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Hopefully one day I'll be able to see the full conversation between her and my ex-boss, because I was actually getting somewhere with this stuff. So anyways, have a good one. It's good to be back. I should be doing more videos for you guys, so I'm gonna try and stay on top of my YouTube channel for you guys. See ya, my loves. Bye.